Good evening, everyone. So my name is Laura Erdman-Luntz. I've been a life coach and yoga educator for over 25 years now, and I wanted this week really to share with you a bunch of self-care techniques for the holidays. So over the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to go through 7 tips that you can apply to help you relax during the holidays. Now, I want to tell you that these tips, I'm going to give you a lot. And what I want to encourage you to do is to choose 3 things. Find 3 things that I share with you that you can apply to your holiday starting now. You know, it's interesting. The holidays are a really interesting time of year. Some people love them. Some people really can't stand them. But I think we can all agree the crazy feeling of not enough time and too much to do is pretty much true for all of us. And I just want to first, this isn't even one of the tips, I just want to encourage you to stop saying you're crazy busy, you don't have enough time, I can't do this, I can't do that, everything is busy, because that just creates more of that. So yes, you might be busy, but instead of crazy busy or I don't have time, realize we always create time for whatever it is that's most important for us, and realize that if something's important enough, you will find the time. So you're choosing not to spend your time in certain ways, and you're choosing to spend your time in other ways. And we want to be more intentional around that, hence this list that we're going to talk about. Okay, so 7 tips. Here we go. Tip number 1. Prioritize what is most important to you to accomplish during the holidays. That's where you want to begin, okay? So think about what it is that's important to you. Do you enjoy sending holiday cards? Do you love buying presents for the grandkids? Do you have an outing you do? Do you do some sort of family outing? Do you go ice skating? Do you wrap presents in a certain way? Think about what you really enjoy about the holiday. What activity? Is there a party you like to host or one you like to go to? And make sure that gets on your calendar first. Okay, so make sure there is time for whatever it is that is important to you. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, reveal your shoulds. Now, you guys, this is actually in an ebook you can download at lauraerdmanluntz.com/holidays. So the link's right here in the post. So that's what I'm looking at here as we go through this. So what activities do you feel like you should do? I am telling you, there are so many shoulds around the holidays, and those shoulds are sapping your energy. Okay, whenever you say the word should, I should do blah, 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 know that it's not something that you want to do, okay? We joke about shoulding yourself. It's coming from somewhere else. Now, that said, it can actually be a habit. So when you catch yourself saying should, stop, replace should with want, and see if it fits. I should send holiday cards. I want to send holiday cards, and sit with it, because the should might just be a habit, and yet it still affects you. The word itself has energy behind it that is heavy and laden, it's negative. But if you switch it to I want to send holiday cards, and you're like, yeah, that fits, I really do want to, then be sure you do it, right? It changes the energy around it. As soon as you say want and it fits, it completely changes the energy around the activity. Now, if you still feel like you should, no, it's a should, but I really feel like I should, figure out why it's a should, okay? So think about it and think, okay, well, it's a should because Aunt Mabel, it really means a lot to Aunt Mabel that I sent her a card. Well, now send the card not from a should, but from I want to honor Aunt Mabel. She loves these cards. I'm going to put a lot of love into this card because I love Aunt Mabel and I don't want to disappoint her. Does that make sense? Okay, so transform your shoulds or let them go. I will tell you, I don't do Christmas cards anymore. I gave it up for a year because it was really busy. As I recall, I had a brand new baby. Zachy was born at Thanksgiving, and it felt so good. The next year I was like, okay, I'm too tired. I had a 1-year-old, snow, cold winter. I was like, I can't do it. And the next year I chose not to. I said, but I will for sure the next year. And I just haven't since. My son's now 14. So I just realized that I love receiving them, but y'all, for me to send it is just too much. I let it go. Okay, tip number 3, reevaluate your expectations. Do you expect to have the perfect holiday? Oh my gosh, so many people do, and that is so much pressure. You have to remember that sometimes the mistakes, sometimes the things that go wrong are the best memories. I had an outdoor wedding. In fact, we got married outdoors in the front yard and we had a reception in the backyard. And my mom was so panicked that it was going to rain. And I said, who cares? We had a small wedding. We had about 60 people, relatively small. I said, I could just see it starts to rain during the ceremony. We're all going to run inside. We're going to carry our chairs and we're going to be laughing. It'll be the memory that we all carry forward. And I want you to remember that with anything that goes on. Sometimes the things that go wrong give you the best memories. All right, number 4, meaningful rituals. So I want you to think about what would make this holiday meaningful. Now, this is similar to the first one, which is what is most important for you to accomplish, but that's more of an activity. Number 4 is more of a ritual. What will help you make this celebration, this holiday, spiritual for you? What will help you hold on to the main reason for this holiday, right? Is it spending a night by the fire wrapping presents with your family? Is it serving at a homeless shelter? Is it lighting Hanukkah candles each night? What would help you remember the true meaning? And be sure that that gets on your calendar as well. Be intentional. Number 5, simplify, simplify, simplify. So how can you make this holiday easier? So maybe it's fewer parties. Maybe you go to fewer parties. Maybe you host fewer parties. One of my favorite things to do is I find one really cool gift that fits all the women in my life. So whether it's coworkers or girlfriends or my sister or my mom, it's the perfect gift and I just get a whole bunch of them. And that's something I actually look for pretty much all year round. And I just grab a dozen of whatever it is and then I'm done. What about holiday cards? Can you make them easier if you are going to do them? What if you print labels rather than handwrite the addresses? What can you do to make it easier? And this is when you want to refer to number 2. Are any of these things shoulds? Anything that you're still doing that as a should, then you need to let it go and it'll make your holiday so much easier. Number 6, self-care. Oh, y'all, take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. I am getting better and better at this. We did a whole 30 days of self-care. I believe it was in August, and it made such a difference. I am getting so much better at this. It's a trick, though. I think it's particularly tricky for women and mamas, for sure. And this time of year, because of that busy feeling we have, it can be harder, and it's even more important. So keep it simple, though. A quiet cup of tea for yourself in the morning. I love sitting at my kitchen table and I just take my first few sips of my tea and I just breathe and it just feeds me. I try and take a bath most nights. That helps me sleep too. A few yoga stretches. Y'all, I'm going to take you through on Thursday night at 8 p.m. I'm going to take you through about 15-20 minute yoga series you can do in bed. I'm actually going to be in my bed, probably in my PJs, sharing it with you. And I want to share it in such a way, I'm going to figure out a way that you guys can keep the link and have it whenever it is you want it, to watch it again and again so that you can use it whenever you need it before bed. But we can take 15 minutes before bed, right? We can do that in order to get a better night's sleep. Essential oils. Y'all know my love for essential oils, especially good ones, and they are incredibly powerful. And if you don't have any more time than to just take a sniff of essential oil, it can make a difference. Now, tomorrow night I'm going to be talking about how we can use essential oils with self-care. So join me at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night for that. You also want to make sure you're eating uber healthy between the holiday parties, okay? So we all have the holiday parties, and I am not a huge believer in that firm discipline during this time of year. I figure life is too short. So I do enjoy the parties and I enjoy imbibing, enjoying sugar, etc. But then I'm really careful to eat very well between those parties, drinking plenty of water. Okay, Number 7, the last one, rest, rest, rest. And I know sleep is kind of the first thing to go. I think self-care and sleep are the first to go when life gets a little busy. But look at your calendar and pick out 3 or 4 nights in the next couple of weeks when you can go to bed really early. The hours before midnight count double for sleep. So if you're sleeping 10 to 12, and then the rest of the night, obviously, but that 10 to 12 period is worth 4 hours of sleep. So it's incredibly powerful just to get yourself to bed early a couple of extra times. So like I said, look at your calendar and figure out those nights when you really could make it to bed early, and make sure you do get to bed early. Okay, guys? All right. Well, I hope this helps give you a few ideas to help enjoy your holidays a little bit more. If you want the entire ebook, which has 7 tips with life coaching, 7 tips with essential oils, and 7 yoga poses to help you relax during the holidays, just go to lauraerdmanluntz.com/holidays. It's totally free. Plus, you can just join me here. You can go back and listen from the beginning if you want to hear all of the tips for life coaching. Tomorrow night at 8, I'll be teaching self-care with essential oils. And on Thursday night at 8, I'm actually going to take you through a 20-minute bedtime yoga series. I'm actually going to do it. So put on your PJs, get yourself comfy, get yourself in your bed, press play, and we'll do it. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Have a spectacular night. I hope this helps you enjoy your holidays even more. Mwah! Thanks for joining me.